and 6. Starting lineups in the tip-off after this short timeout. You're watching the WNL Holiday Tournament live on Stretch Internet.
Kendall at Lexington is proud to support Washington and Lee athletics. Kendall is a continuing care retirement community located just 1 mile from Washington and Lee. We sit on 85 picturesque acres with a variety of residential opportunities, abundant amenities, and a full continuum of care. Come see how Kendall can transform your retirement into something anything but ordinary. Contact us to schedule a tour.
I love my job because I actually get to work in the city that I was born and raised in. When somebody comes into the branch, whether they're coming in to do a simple checking account or they need to come in to refinance their vehicle, we're going to be able to do all of that for them.
Our employees are all local. You can go into a branch and very possibly see your neighbor.
It's great to be in Lexington because it's so welcoming and friendly. And I love working at DCCU because I'm able to help my neighbors.
Number 2, Middlebury. Number 25, York, here on day 1 of the Washington and Lee Holiday Tournament. Starting lineups being introduced down below, so we'll take a look at the Middlebury starting 5 for 21st year head coach Jeff Brown. We'll see Matt Folger, a 6'8 sophomore from Weston, Connecticut. Bilal Dale, a 6'3 junior from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Jack Daly, a 6'3 senior from Eastchester, New York. Jack Farrell, a 6'1 first year from Verona, New Jersey. And Nick Tarantino, a 6'7 senior from Dedham, Massachusetts. Now for Matt Hunter and the Spartans of York. Jason Beatty, a 6 foot junior from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Jared Wagner, a 6'1 sophomore from York. Matt Scamuffo, a 6'1 senior from Chalfont, Pennsylvania. Dalton Myers, a 6'7 senior from Finksburg, Maryland. And Blade Reich, a 6'5 senior from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Middlebury last year, 27-4, second most wins in program history, advanced to the national quarterfinals. Lost to their NESCAC rivals, Williams, who they had blown out in the NESCAC championship game. 79-75 defeated home to the Ephs. One step away from the Final Four. Last season for York, 17-10. The first winning season for the Spartans since 2011-12. That team won the CAC tournament and lost to Franklin Marshall in the first round of the NCAA playoffs. Neither team has tasted defeat in 2017. York has won all 9 of its games, and Middlebury a spotless 6-0. Who will face Washington and Lee in the championship tomorrow, who will suffer their first loss of the year. We're about to find out. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Looking forward to the new year. What a way to finish out 2017. With 2 of the best teams in Division III squaring off on a neutral court. Right across from us, a pretty healthy contingent of Middlebury fans. I understand it was a 2-day trip to come down from Vermont. By comparison, it is downright balmy here in Lexington. We got all the way up to 39 today, although our forecast doesn't look too promising in terms of moderate temperatures. Some single-digit lows in our future. First attempt of the game, a 3 for Folger, no good, but an offensive rebound for Middlebury. The Panthers lead the nation in rebounding margin, plus 15.2. So in addition to the fact that they score a lot, shoot the ball well, they get a lot of second chances as well. Thrown away that time by Jack Daly. He averages better than 9 assists per game, double digits in points and rebounds. And first look for York is a Matt Scamuffo 3 that's no good. And the rebound taken down by Tarantino. Middlebury again in white, York in green. And a couple of early turnovers for the Panthers. So neither team able to score the first 45 seconds of the game. Caught across by Jared Wagner, the hometown product, the sophomore. Beatty trying to force it inside to Reich, and now the Panthers have a takeaway. On the attack for Middlebury is Dalla. What a tough shot for Hilal Dale. And the first bucket of the game for Middlebury. Dale missed his sophomore season due to injury. He's come back out with a vengeance this year, averaging better than 9 points per game. Another missed jumper for the Spartans, but another bad pass and another turnover for Middlebury. Panthers looking like they haven't played in 3 weeks. Baseline drive will send Matt Scamuffo to the foul line. Our first whistle with 18:27 to go. Whistle goes against Jack Daly. Our officials for today's game, Matt Lezak-Wynn, Casey Regatz. Matt Scamuffo to the line. 19th all-time in career scoring at York, 1,132 points. This season averaging 12.8, just a 59% foul shooter. Another chance to get the Spartans on the board. Just over a minute and a half in. Scamuffo misses them both. Dale ahead for Middlebury. Hands behind to Jack Farrell. Now Folger in the corner. Folger, a nice move to the rim. Reverse layup too strong. Gets the rebound though. And banks it in for a 4-0 Panther lead. Post up for Myers. The shot won't fall. It will stay at this end. 17:53 to go. The Spartans have missed their first 5 shots, 3 from the floor, and then the 2 that Scamuffo could not convert at the line. First 30-second clock here for York. Scamuffo, the drive up and under, and he scores. Folger out front for Middlebury. Daly on the wing has the ball knocked away by Jason Beatty. Out of bounds to Middlebury with the shot clock at 16. Baseline inbounds play for Daly. Now Daly a lob, perfectly weighted pass there for Matt Folger. Layup counts and a foul. Give the assist to Jack Daly. He's already 5th all-time in program history in assist. Set the single-season record with 183 last year. And 5 early points for Matt Folger's had the breakout sophomore season. 7-2 in favor of the number 2 team in Division III. Jared Wagner, one of the smallest players on the floor, scores in the lane for York. Daly running the floor well, and he finishes. And now a 3 on the way and good for Matt Scamuffo. It was a sluggish start, but we are off and running now. York unable to take advantage of a steal off the inbounds pass. 3 won't go for Dale at the other end. We've got a York foul on the rebound. (9-7), 16:52 to go. This game ratcheted up in tempo in a heartbeat. York foul is on Dalton Myers, his first. Tarantino foul line jumper missed everything. And out of bounds back to the Spartans with 16:45 to play. Five apiece for Matt Folger and Matt Scamuffo. Here's Myers on the wing, coming inside to Reich, who turns it over, throws it right to Jack Farrell. And a transition foul. And that's going to be the second on Jared Wagner. So some early trouble for the York backcourt as Wagner will sit. He's replaced by Mike Frauenheim. There is a drop-off in point production once you go to the bench for York. Guys who rebound, pass the basketball, do some of the other things for the Spartans. Pretty reliant on their starting five to score. Second chance for Daly. And he will be heading to the free throw line. Played right, picks up his first. Daly fifth in the NESCAC in scoring, leads the conference in rebounding at 6'3". 9.2 assists per game, tops in the conference as well. 59% foul shooter makes the first. Joey Polzinski in for the first time for the Spartans. Daly, was almost averaging a triple-double, had one in the season opener win over Fitchburg State. It's believed to be the first in program history. 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists. He has two other double-doubles, one with points and rebounds, one with points and assists. Scamuffo already has 1-3, misses that time, but the putback up and in for Dalton Myers. 11-9 Middlebury as we played 4 minutes here in the first half. Dolly out to Folger, gets it back. And out it comes to Farrell. Clear out on the right side for Daly. Daly behind the back dish to Tarantino. Another assist for Jack Daly. And the first bucket for Nick Tarantino. Back to a 4-point Middlebury lead. Myers, the lob ahead to Polzinski. Posting up on Folger. Goes to the left hand, not able to score. Had a chance at the rebound, now he's got it. Myers will try the three, and he drains it. Second chance basket for the Spartans. They always say the best time to shoot a three. And he's coming off of an offensive rebound. Down to a 1-point game. And we've got a foul out on the perimeter as Daly got knocked down. That'll be the first on Matt Scamuffo. Already the 15th foul on York. First subs for the Panthers as Joey Layton and Adisa Majors come in. And Darren Gordon on the court now for the Spartans. Daly driving in from the wing. And he's called for a player control foul. Initiated the contact. That's number 2 on Daly. Only 2 team fouls on the Panthers, but they've both been called against their senior star. So Daly heading to the bench. He is still making his case with one of the officials. It's Griffin Cornicker who checks in. So mark that down, just over 5 minutes in. Daly has to sit with the 2 fouls. And now we'll reach it on Dale. (13-12) Middlebury. Baseline inbounds play for the Spartans. Trondheim into Scamuffo. Scamuffo into the lane. Dish to the corner, an open look at 3, and it's knocked down by Polzinski. York in front. 3-pointers by Myers, and now Polzinski put the Spartans up 15-13. Cornicker gets down low, but travels. Already 6 turnovers for Middlebury. Haven't even played 6 minutes. Polzinski away to Scamuffo. Little weave out front for the Spartans. Quick fire passes on the perimeter. Scamuffo driving, dishing. Another look at 3, this time for Frondheim. He knocks it down. 3 straight threes from 3 different players for the Spartans. They lead it by 5. Folger with the take. He draws the foul. Hang time there for Matt Folger. He'll shoot 2. Free throws coming up after a timeout. It's 18-13 York. The Spartans catching fire early from beyond the arc. Spartans of York College have made 3 straight three-pointers. They're 4 of 7 from long range early on. It's a York team that is back in the D3Hoops.com poll for the first time since the final rankings in 2006. That York team went 25-4, advanced to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Just squeaking in to the national poll in the last pre-Christmas top 25. Certainly a chance to prove themselves against one of the best teams in the country today. Matt Folger hits both free throws. He's got 7 early points. So those break the York run, pull the Panthers back within 3. The question now for Jeff Brown, how long does Jack Daly sit? Picked up his second foul just over 5 minutes in. There's Beatty on the attack for York. That's a player control foul. Dale established position just outside the restricted area. And gets the whistle against Beatty. That's his first personal, but already the 7th team foul on the Spartans. We've still got 13.5 minutes to go in this opening half. Middlebury, even with the 2 fouls on Daly, well under the limit. Only 3 team fouls whistled on the Panthers so far. Beatty almost started away from Majors there. 3 on the way from the wing. That will not fall for Layton, and the Spartans clear the boards. Beatty going inside, little shoulder to shoulder. Wright got his man out of the way and knocks down the short jumper. First bucket for the Spartans, leading scorer Blade Wright. And a push off at the other end. It's the same call that they hit Daly with a moment ago. This time it goes against his replacement, Griffin Cornicker. Offensive fouls also count as turnovers, 7 in the first 7 minutes and change for Middlebury. Again, this is the Panthers' first game since they beat Skidmore 3 weeks ago. Not quite as long a layoff. York back on the court for the first time in 10 days. Here's a steal for Jack Farrell. Transition chance for the rookie, and Beatty rejects him at the rim. Polzinski looking for his second 3 off target, but Wright got a tap on the rebound, and the Spartans maintain possession. And we have a whistle on the entry pass. Reich being held on to by Eric McCord. And now those team fouls starting to even out. 7 on the Spartans and 5 on the Panthers. Dalton Myers back in for York. 27 on the shot clock. No reset there. They had just gotten a fresh 30 after the missed jumper. Dangerous pass. The Spartans fortunate that Myers could track down the loose ball. Ronheim gives it away to Beatty. Lob inside, Reich double teamed. We have another Middlebury foul. Joey Layton coming over the top as the help defender. And that was the Panthers' final foul to give. Drive and dish. 3 ball on the way and good. The assist for Darren Gordon. The bucket by Mike Frauenheim. It's the 5th tray that the Spartans have hit the second for Frauenheim. An 8-point lead for York. That's a long 2 for Layton. It won't go. And Reich able to track down the rebound. Working baseline is Gordon. Now Beatty. He travels. 6th turnover committed by the Spartans, but they lead it 23-15 with 11:35 to go. Winner will face Washington and Lee in the championship at 4 o'clock tomorrow. The loser takes on Clark Summit in the consolation game at 2. Generals beat the Defenders 105-78 in our first game today. Expecting a similar up-tempo affair. Two teams that, like Washington and Lee, average in the 80s in scoring this year. Baseline open for a moment for Dale. It closes pretty quickly. Reich with the block. Beatty not able to save it. And Middlebury will keep it. Well, the shot clock was just reset. It should not have been. That's going to be a break for the Panthers. I don't think the officials have noticed. It's not going to matter, though. They turn it over. Joey Layton had not established position inbounds when he touched it. And a very sloppy start for the Panthers here. 8 turnovers. York trying to make a late substitution. Did not get Scamuffo back to the scores table in time. But he's going to be granted re-entry onto the court. Scamuffo, Beatty, Frauenheim, Myers, and Reich against Majors, Layton, Dale. Look at that move by Reich. The shot won't fall. And York found the rebound. Let's try again to reset that Middlebury 5 for you. It's McCord, Dale, Majors, Farrell, and Layton. Now another change for the Spartans. Zach Novick coming in. Reich will sit. And Max Bosco on for Middlebury. Jack Daly still on the bench with 2 fouls. He's been sitting for almost 5 minutes now. That was the 8th team foul on the Spartans, so it's 1-1 for Adisa Majors, the senior from New York. That foul also was the second on Blade Reich. Majors missing the free throw. And the Spartans control the rebound, still up by 8. Scamuffo on the take, too strong. Well defended that time by Layton. Running the floor for Middlebury, Jack Farrell misses down low, but it's cleaned up by Eric McCord. And his first bucket trims the margin down to 6. Beatty not able to finish in traffic. Got the deflection at the other end, but it comes to Farrell. His 3-ball no good. McCord grabs another offensive rebound and makes the Cardinals send. Puts the ball down where the little guys can reach it. It's going to go to the Spartans on the alternating possession as Jack Daly now returns to the floor for the Panthers. 10-10 to play. Set for a while with the 2 personals, but the Panthers need him on the floor. Beatty, runner is up and good. First points for Jason Beatty, who averages 8.4 a game. 25-17 York. Bosco for the Panthers, out front to Majors. Taylor going right inside. McCord trying to post up Myers, way too strong with the left hand, and the rebound to Novick. Three for Beatty, too strong. 1-0 that time as Majors grabs the board. Daly running the floor to the baseline. He stepped out of bounds. 10 turnovers for Middlebury. York gets it back up 25-17, 9:12 to play. Two of the starting forwards back out there for the Panthers. Matt Folger and Nick Tarantino both returning. Ronheim for the Spartans. Scamuffo able to track that one down. Scamuffo into the lane. Floater up, no good. Over top of Folger and the rebound to Tarantino. Daly transition three, no good. Rebound to Tarantino. But then it was popped away by Frauenheim into Myers, and here come the Spartans, 2-on-1 developing. Scamuffo too strong. Novick battling for it, and the Spartans, I think, are going to keep it. No, they're going to say last touch by York. Scamuffo can't believe it, but it will be Middlebury basketball with 8:33 to go. Now they're going to overturn the call. I think. A lot of confusion down on the court. It certainly appeared that the Panthers touched it last, and now it will be York basketball. Our broadcast position from directly above this basket. Scamuffo, the three off the inbounds, no. Folger's got it. Here comes Daly for the Panthers. Trying to go coast to coast. Beatty hangs with them, strips him on the way up. Panthers love to run. Transition defense has been pretty solid for the Spartans so far. Folger with the block on Myers. Beatty grabs the loose ball. He's been all over the place. Jason Beatty, and now the next place he'll go is to the foul line. Just 2 points so far for Beatty, but he's doing just about everything else for York. And that was number 3 on Jack Daly. That has to mean the end of his first half. 8:10 to play. It's the 7th team foul, so it's 1-1 for Beatty, a 65% foul shooter. Perry DiLorenzo out there now for Middlebury. Beatty does not get the roll in the foul shot, so the lead remains at 8. 3 personals on Middlebury's top scorer, rebounder, and assist man. Farrell, oh, what a dish that is. No Jack Daly, no problem on the pass that time, as Nick Tarantino has a wide open layup as the result. Novick, nice post move. Zach Novick on the board. 27-19, 7:35 to go. Tarantino, good skip. Folger open on the perimeter. 3 ball won't fall. Middlebury's yet to hit from beyond the arc, 0 of 5. Spartans can add to their 8-point lead. Novick works it out to Frauenheim. Myers in the corner. Scamuffo, double team without his dribble. Novick's open outside, and he splashes home a 3. Players got tangled up after the shot was released. Beatty and DiLorenzo both went down. So Middlebury is yet to hit from beyond the arc. The Spartans are 6 of 12. They've opened up an 11-point lead. No fouls were called during that collision. I think the legs might have just gotten tangled up there. Official stopping play to make sure that both were okay, and they appear to be. Beatty will head out of the game, replaced by Darren Gordon. It's Gordon, Scamuffo, Polzinski, Frauenheim, and Myers against Folger, DiLorenzo, Dale, Farrell, and Tarantino. Farrell, nice move. Finish not there. The tap won't go for Tarantino, but he's fouled. That'll be on Polzinski. That is his second. And it will also take us to a timeout. Nick Tarantino to the foul line when we come back. It's the 25th ranked Spartans, though, who got an 11-point lead over number 2 Middlebury. Day 1 of the Washington and Lee Holiday Tournament. Jeremy Franklin with you at the Water Center here in Lexington, Virginia. Just inside of 7 minutes to play in the first half. It has hardly been smooth sailing for second-ranked Middlebury. The Panthers shooting 30% from the field. They have 10 turnovers. And their star man Jack Daly is on the bench with 3 personal fouls. York trying to get to 10-0 for the first time in school history, up 30-19. Nick Tarantino at the foul line. Knocks down the first, just a 53% foul shooter. That is the 5th point for Tarantino, who averages 9.2 points and 8.3 rebounds per game. 6th in the NESCAC in rebounding. 1 for 2 there to make it 30-20. York, meanwhile, shooting 46% from the field, including 6 of 12 from three-point range. Takeaway for Tarantino. Transition chance, a lot of contact there. DiLorenzo doesn't get the whistle, but Hilal Dale with his second chance basket. Second hoop for Dale. Spartans work it inside to Myers. Great defense by Tarantino. Didn't even have to leave his feet. Straight up, and he pinned Myers down low. A little hesitation by Jack Farrell. Finally able to finish off one of those chances. And the Panthers bench has come to life here. 5 straight Middlebury points, the lead down to 6. Scamuffo. Kick out, Gordon's 3. Rattles all the way out. All the way around the rim, and it would not stick. Farrell looking for another chance on the break. He gets fouled. So free throws coming for Jack Farrell. Whistle goes against Mike Frondheim, his first. Look at a guy like Farrell and think that he could probably take over a game. He's certainly not the number 1 option right now for Middlebury as a first year. Just so much talent on this Panther team. Averaging very healthy, 9.2 points per game, a 50% shooter from the field, a 90% shooter at the line. And he makes them both 7-0 Middlebury run. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. Got a whistle off the basketball as Myers and McCord were really battling inside. That'll be the second on Eric McCord. 1-1 coming up on the 18th foul. Beatty back in for York. Horniker returns for Middlebury. And a 1-1 chance for the Spartans. The Panthers have the big edge at the foul line early. They're 8 of 10. York just 0 for 3. The first trip for Myers is a 77% free throw shooter. 5:33 to go. Myers way too strong, but a tap on the rebound. Came out to Myers. Gordon will try the 3. That's no good. Another offensive board for Polzinski. Throws it up for grabs. It was knocked into the backcourt by Dale, but retrieved by Jason Beatty. Gordon out front, back to Beatty, 11 to shoot. Beatty the dish. Polzinski on the drive, and he just about runs over McCord. That's an offensive foul, and Polzinski went down hard. I think he landed on his hand there. That's his 3rd personal. He was probably going to check out anyway, but certainly now with possible injury issue, he appears to be in some kind of pain heading to the York bench. Back in comes Zach Novick. Adisa Majors returning for Middlebury. 5:02 to play, first half. Panthers falling behind by double figures, but they've scored 7 in a row. Now down 30-26, and Matt Hutter wants a timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment. Right back to the Water Center. You're watching live coverage of the Washington and Lee Holiday Tournament. Middlebury on a 7-0 run, a chance to extend that pull even closer. Walked across by Griffin Cornicker, first year out of Fairport, New York. We'll have to retrieve that. Thanks to another deflection from Jason Beatty. McCord back to Cornicker. Majors trying to post up. He was too far away from the rim, though. Now the runner for Dale is up, won't fall. And the ball knocked back in bounds by Scamuffo. He found a teammate. Got it to Dalton Myers. Scamuffo, kick to Beatty. Now he'll try the deep three. Matt Scamuffo, that rims out. Spartans have missed 3 in a row from long range after their hot start. Another deflection, this time a takeaway for Beatty. Gliding down the court in transition, Beatty makes it a 6-point game. And another takeaway. Middlebury just way too loose with the basketball. 12 turnovers in the first half for the Panthers. 3:46 to go. York up 32-26. Scamuffo, that skip pass a little too high, able to keep it in play. Shot clock at 4. Scamuffo contested, double teamed, and the ball knocked away. Whether they call that a steal or a block. Middlebury with the basketball. Nothing there in transition. Another floater for Dale, that won't fall. And the rebound corralled by Zach Novick. Beatty into traffic at the other end. Going to be free throws, whether they call it on the floor or on the way up. And they do say that was on the way up. It was the 9th team foul, but 2 shots for Beatty. First personal on Adisa Majors. And finally, the Spartans make a free throw. They'd missed their first 4. Beatty is now 1 for 2. Played Reich set for a while with 2 fouls. He's back out there for the Spartans. Will Ingram in for the first time for Middlebury. 3:09 to play. Beatty just 1 for 2. The rebound tapped to him, though. Unable to take advantage there on a relatively open layup. 7-point York lead. Farrell throws it away. He was trying to find McCord. There were 2 green jerseys in between. 13 first half turnovers for Middlebury. The Panthers averaged 14 a game. Tough shot for Reich, won't fall. Farrell's got it for the Panthers. Looks like the Spartans have switched into a zone. Farrell's got some space. It closed pretty quickly, and Reich maybe got a piece of that, but the ball ends up falling to Majors underneath. He lays it up and in. And then Jeff Brown will take a timeout. Middlebury within 5 with 2:26 to go. As Jeff Brown tries to get the ship righted here for the Panthers. He's the man to do it, 21st year. As the Middlebury head coach, 342 victories. Won his 5th NESCAC Coach of the Year award last season. He's the 2-time defending Coach of the Year in one of the best conferences in Division III. Guided the 2011 edition of the Panthers all the way to the Final Four, and last year's team a step away from the national semifinals. That lost to Williams at home in the quarterfinal round. Member of the Hall of Fame at his alma mater, the University of Vermont. Once a Catamount and now a Panther. 2 and change to play first half. 5-point lead for York. A battle of nationally ranked teams and unbeaten squads. Here in Lexington, Virginia. Reich trying to get involved. And a good finish for his 2nd bucket. Minutes limited due to some foul trouble. 4 points for the senior from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And Matt Hunter throwing out the zone. A wrinkle here for the Spartans. Tarantino well away from the rim. Shot clock at 11. Hands off to Farrell. Folger from the corner. Finds Tarantino on the back cut. The layup will not fall. And the Spartans have the rock. Not for long, though. They throw it away. And fortunately for York, Farrell, after catching that pass, intercepting it, landed with 1 foot on the sideline. I believe they'll say he had possession long enough for a shot clock reset. So that's back at 30, game clock at 1:33. Now a steal for Farrell. Layup in transition. Pulls the Panthers back to within 5. Frauenheim out front for the Spartans. Myers inside to right. Posting up Majors this time, gets the whistle. So Blade Reich heading to the foul line for the first time. That'll be number 2 on Adisa Majors. Free throws for Blade Reich, who's 4th in the Capital Athletic Conference in scoring, 7th in rebounding. He was the 2nd team all-conference pick last year. 3rd career double-double last time out for the Spartans. That comeback win at Dickinson on the 19th. 69.8% foul shooter makes the first. 1:05 to play. Trying to stretch the lead back to 7. He does. Half a dozen for Reich, 37-30. And he will sit again with the 2 fouls. Possibly just 1 offensive look left for York. No need to risk that 3rd personal. Middlebury breaks the York pressure, and Folger gets the shot to go from the low blocks. He had those 7 early points. That's his first hoop in a while, but 9 in the first half for Folger. Myers muscles that one up, no good. Rebound to Tarantino, 42 seconds to go. That's got to be a blocking foul, and it is. Against Darren Gordon. Did not allow Farrell space to make a basketball move, and 2 free throws coming up for Jack Farrell. He is 2 for 2 at the line, and again a 90% foul shooter. 41.3 seconds remaining. He can make this a 1-possession game. And now that the Spartans are going to get the ball back, have a chance to run another offensive set, they get Blade Reich back on the court. And Farrell almost automatic at the line. Makes it 37-34. Important possession perhaps for the Spartans. They have been the superior team in this first half. Barely have anything to show for it. Who's this foul on? It's on the Spartans. Ball was thrown away. But before it went out of bounds, Cabuffo was called for an illegal screen. They were trying to free up Reich down low. And now that it's going back to defense for York, Reich goes out and Gordon returns. So despite the turnovers, the poor shooting, and the foul trouble for Jack Daly, Middlebury can make this a 1-point game or even tie it right before halftime. About a 1.5-second differential between the game and shot clocks here. So effectively the Panthers can hold for the final shot, at least the final good shot, which is what they seem intent on doing. 11 seconds to go. Farrell starts the offense now. It's it back to Ingram, who lost it. Another Middlebury turnover, the 15th of the first half for the Panthers, and York will get it back with 3 seconds to go. Time for a couple of dribbles in his shot. It's Frauenheim. He'll get it ahead to Scamuffo. That'll count if it goes. Too strong off the window. And we have reached halftime in this battle of D3 unbeatens. York had an 11-point lead, but Middlebury rallies late. At the break, it's the Spartans 37 and the Panthers 34.